well, you may be able to tell by my very sleepy looking face that it is very early in the morning. It's currently about 4 AM. I got up at 3:30, and there's only one reason why you get up that early, and that is because we're going on a little adventure today. I have Rahul waiting outside. We're going to be heading down to Snowdonia for 48 hours. I don't know how he does it. He manages to persuade me to get up in the middle of the night to drive across. We've got about a 4-hour drive. We're going to be exploring a couple of lake destinations, and then we're going to be climbing up one of the mountains, but we're not going to be scaling any peaks or going over to any ridges. It's just going to be a nice hiking exploration, so it should be really enjoyable. The suggestion of visiting the Golden Arches this morning persuaded me enough to get up early to get going, but it does kind of make sense because we're there for such a short amount of time to leave really early, get a full day out of today. But I feel tired but not shattered, so I had about 5 hours sleep, so not too bad. So we'll see how we go, but I'm sure I'll be paying for this very early start over the next couple of days. But we're going to hit the road. Snowdonia, round 3. Classic weather. Well, we're currently around about 40% into the journey. We're doing very well. It's still pitch black outside. It's about 6 AM, and we've just taken a stop to the Golden Arches, which is a ritual of ours. We do it every time we come down to Snowdonia, or to Wales should I say. It's actually my 2nd or 3rd time going to Snowdonia, but every time we travel across to Wales we always stop for breakfast at McDonald's, just because it's very convenient and it's something to look forward to, because I very rarely, if ever, eat at McDonald's. So a nice double sausage and egg McMuffin goes down an absolute treat. But we're going to continue our journey now anyway. Rahul's behind the wheel. We're going to be meeting James, and then we will get busy with our day. And I think this evening we're staying at a hotel called the Royal Victoria. Come on, Wales! Oh, Rook. This is actually quite a nice road, mate. Here we go.
You finally vlogged, man.
Oh no, I'm vlogging now, my boy. Well, we've almost arrived to our first destination. You can see we've got the peaks in the background, looking a little bit wet, but I think that we're going to be a little bit hit and miss with the weather today. The clouds are looking lovely over the peaks. Excited to get out there and start exploring.
When his hat blew off, that's when I realised.
Yeah.
His hat went flying.
Right, we've just been outside, we've met up with James, and today we were going to be heading to a lake destination which is slightly raised up within the mountains, and the winds today are just so strong that it would just be ridiculous to try and go up there and try and create any content, let alone enjoy it. We're literally getting blown away. So I think we're going to have a little bit of change of plan. We're going to go to a local woodlands. We're maybe going to go to a quarry which has water in it, so a little bit of a change of plan, but nevertheless we are going to be exploring around the Snowdonia area, and we will not be stopped by the weather. So this is like very Welsh right here. This is the sheep just taken on the road. Absolute nutters. They do own it. So here's the quarry. You can see just in the background. So we're going to be heading today, hopefully. So this is the lonely tree with a seagull on it. Oh, flaring your wings, boy. You can see the root system. It's quite cool actually. Oh yeah, I see, yeah. Yeah, nice. Now it looks like a lonely tree. Very beautiful. Well, the boys have informed me one of the most famous spots in Wales to come and get your photo taken in front of the lonely tree, currently occupied by a seagull. It is quite special though, isn't it, with the root system at the base. You've got the ducks in the background. The silhouette of that V in the background, the mountains. We're just driving through the heart of Snowdonia, some of the local houses. I think absolutely spoiled with some views. We are, as you know, on our way to the quarry. Imagine living there and having those views. Oi oi, Savaloy.
It's literally another one.
You'd get used to it after a little while, I reckon.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Look at this. Well, this is our starting point. We'll start working our way up. So these are the old mining grounds. So much slate here.
There's nothing there, that's the end. Yeah. So all the tunnel systems are in there. Just be careful because at the end of some of the tunnels.
Wow. Usually it's full of water.
That is literally.
It's dried up.
Yeah.
It's nuts though.
Is that a little hut just there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, big
What would that have been used for?
So that would have been one of the miners' houses.
And all the holes that are going through, they're just tunnels where they were mining out.
That's it. Yeah. Through that lower tunnel, there's an underground waterfall.
Oh wow.
You can almost.
Yeah, I can hear it. It could be the wind.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Shot to use that as the frame.
Yeah.
And you put you behind.
Even here though.
Yeah.
Even all black. I mean, even like here.
Yeah. Oh, it's right up
Here.
It's the hole of doom. I'd be annoyed if it was really long and you got down there and there was just a hole.
Yeah.
Keep you dry though, mate. Good rains. So we're just on our way to what looks almost like a slate hut in the distance. You can see. We're going to scope that out, have a look at the vista, and then afterwards we're going to work our way down to the house that is situated where the currently non-existent lake is, normally full of lovely turquoise water. We're going to go and explore that because normally that is apparently fully underwater. In fact, you can actually see the water line running around the edge of the slate. So, yeah, a nice little treat to be able to go and explore that.
What did you have in mind for?
Huh? That wood looks like it's going to go any minute. That's got two slate walls, and they've run wooden rafters. That's crazy. Whoever thought that was brave. Wowza.
Right up to the water. Yeah. Nice.
Well, we're currently just shooting Rahul.
old slate mine. This is how we just access this little spot. James shooting on the cam. Little paradise in here. We've just made our way down to the dance floor, and as you can see, it's kind of like, the only way I can describe it is desert-like, obviously, the lake. So, it's very bizarre, but very, very cinematic. I like it. You see some people up there on the ridge. One thing I've noticed is people love to come and just shout because it echoes down here like mad. But you'll see what I mean when I talk about the desert vibes. People just love hearing themselves, don't they? All working his way through the slates like a whippet. Just be careful going in there. You can't really see much inside the hut because it's very dark in here. It's very tiny. It's very strange to think that this is underwater sometimes. Boys are just shooting a couple more bits for an outdoor clothing brand.
One, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, you risky man. Oh, God. Yeah. Go on then. I've not got the minerals. Right, now do a backflip.
Let me take this off, and I've got rainbow stuff on. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, that's nice, mate.
Let's have a look at what the money shot is then, my friend.
He's going to do the shot as well, watch.
Oh, lovely.
Look at that, guys.
Oh, it's not focusing, hang on. There she is. Yeah, nice. Very good. The yellow hat works as well because it popped. I'm just taking a little bit of shelter inside the entrance of the hut down here because it's pretty cold today. Even though I felt like I was dressed very appropriately, it's definitely getting into my hands. I don't know if it's because we've not been moving around as much, like just exploring this quarry. Obviously there's lots to see, and so we're able to spend a little bit more time in the same spot, so we're not really like traveling long distances. I think tomorrow when we go out I'm going to layer up even more so, but after we finished off down here I think we're going to go to the very top and take a look at that vista point. It's actually quite a unique little experience to be down here because it's normally a lake, and for some reason, even though there's been lots of snow and lots of rain, it seems to have drained out, and James isn't actually quite sure why that's happened because he said normally it's pretty high at this time of year, but it's very peculiar. I haven't really ever seen anything like this in terms of the landscapes. Probably quite a unique area because of all of the quarrying and all of the materials that are down here, but it's nice to see it, nice to be around it. So we're going to make the most of it, finish off shooting, head up to that vista and then get back because we need to warm up, and tomorrow is going to be, I think, pretty brutal. It's going to be a lot more hiking and exploring. We're going to be open to the elements a lot more, and we are due some, I think James said like 40-mile-per-hour winds, so I think we're going to get blown about a bit tomorrow, but we've all decided that we're just going to bite the bullet and take the ride because we just want to make the most of being down here. It was a 4-hour journey to get over here, so we're definitely not going to sit in the hotel and not explore. So we're just about to witness somebody abseiling down off of the tree, part of the snakes and ladders route. Not to be tried at home. Obviously you wouldn't be at home, you'd be here, but what I'm saying is not to be attempted if you don't know what you're doing. I would not be doing that. Cheeky little abseiler. Oh.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
One of our cinematic locations. dudes on the side of the cliff, ready to abseil down. Can you spot them? I'll give you a tip, he's wearing blue. That was a quick shower, wasn't it? Bit in and out.
Oh, there's people out there as well.
Yeah.
Where?
Just there.
Oh yeah, I saw this earlier, yeah. And behind. Oh, cliff huggers.
The rusty ladders go all the way up that back wall.
Oh, I can see the runs.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, the building. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? So this is where they used to have a bakery. And they used to serve slices of slate.
No way!
Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah.
And all flavours though?
No, it's only blue slate. Really lovely.
Oh, blueberry.
Yeah, blueberry slate with a cherry on top. Oh look, there's another lonely tree.
The staircase going down there, there's nothing. Like there just would have been a house here with a tree going out of it.
Oh, look, staircase.
It's just a staircase to... Like
You can head on that though, right?
Could be, it looks pretty sketchy there.
Oh yeah.
Where?
You see the little crossover.
So the staircase comes down,
Oh, there.
along and around to what looks like a building that's been demolished or fallen apart. They can't be houses, they must have been like working workshops, like where they stored their pickaxes and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I'm assuming, yeah, that's probably it.
And when they were mining this, all of this growth, like this grass and moss, wouldn't have been here.
Nothing here, I suppose.
Yeah, it's actually really pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, beautiful one. Just the scale of it is ridiculous.
Yeah. Do you think they dug all the way down there?
There's two more of these as well at the cross.
Unbelievable. Oh look, they're going up and down. I want to know, would you abseil off of a cliff in Wales in the rain with your mates? That is what's going on right here today. Bit slippy now, makes it a bit trickier, I guess. Love it.
Yes, Ali. Beautiful. Oh yes, mate. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm looking okay, mate.
Beautiful.
We have just got back to the car and you literally couldn't, well you could, write it. The sun has come out to play. I think you can see, judging by the state of my boots, that we did a little bit of exploration today. Had a bit of hail, very light rain, it's been super windy, which of course adds to feeling extremely cold, although I definitely am more prepared this time than I've ever been, but there is still work to be done. And we get back to the car and the sun comes out. We are just about to head to our hotel. We're staying at the Royal Victoria this evening because it's located really well to where we want to be for tomorrow. Day 2, which is going to be our proper hike day. I'm really looking forward to it actually. I think we are going to have to play it by ear because it is looking a little bit hit and miss with the wind, and James has said, you know, it's going to be dangerous, it's pointless going up, none of us are going to enjoy it, it's going to be really hard to create any content and get any imagery, so it's pointless forcing something. So we're going to have to play it by ear and see if we actually head up tomorrow. And if we do, great, but if we don't, we'll do a similar thing to which we did today, which is essentially go and find a bit of a more sheltered location where we can still enjoy the beauty of Snowdonia, but we don't have to worry about getting blown away in the process. So I'm gonna go and get showered up, freshened up, and get some food in us. I'm thinking some local grub, maybe find a local pub or even eat in the restaurant at the hotel, we'll see. But can't wait to have a nice hot shower. Is it? Be good. Looking forward to it. I feel so fresh right now. I've had a nice hot shower. I've cleaned my boots that I was wearing today, so they're looking nice and crisp now, just because I didn't want to stick them into my suitcase all dirty, and I forgot to bring some shoe covers with me. I've done a little bit of data dumping onto my laptop, and I'm now ready to go and meet the lads and go and get some food. The room that I'm staying in here is a double. I think it's called a deluxe double or something. This is the bed. We've got a nice little workstation, coffee machine, a nice amount of mirrors in here as well. There's a mirror on the back of the door here, full length as well, which is always great. This is the bathroom. A little bit steamy from my shower. Little wardrobe area to store my clothes. So it serves its purpose for an overnight stay here. And like I said, we're literally on the doorstep of the location where we're going to be exploring tomorrow. So it just works really, really well. The plan of action is to just get some food in us and try and get an earlyish night. So we can get up tomorrow and just tackle the day, because I think, like I said earlier, we're going to be in for a little bit of a fight tomorrow with the weather. I'm sure it'll be worth it when we get to see the views and enjoy everything that Snowdonia has to offer. Nice little bit of wine storage going on here. He's only gone for a roasty. It's Sunday after all. Come on. Well, good morning. Day 2. I've got Rahul and James. We're starting our journey. We're going to hopefully get up to the lake. It's a little bit windy, a little bit wet, but we're going anyway. We're all wrapped up, nice and warm. A nice fresh start. We are, of course, in Gwynedd. Beautiful part of the UK. Right, so here's a little visual map of our journey today. We're currently at the red dot, working our way up through a nice level playing field, and then we're going to be walking way up to Lillewed. Lillewed. You don't pronounce the D's. Lillewed. Ah, Lillewed. Perfect. Well, that is a lovely diagram to go by, and that is the start of our journey. Let's do this. Also, I'm definitely overdressed for the occasion. I am so hot. I nearly had 2 base layers on, and Rahul and James were like, I think 1 will be enough. No, I had 1 base layer. I had a vest, a base layer, and then a knit when I was going to put a second base layer on. So anyway, they talked me out of it. It's probably the best thing that happened this morning, because I'm very hot at the moment. But I'm not complaining, because I'd rather be too warm and overdressed than too cold with not enough layers. But yeah, I think in the future I could have lost the base layers and the vest and just got away with a jacket, because it's doing a job. It's doing a sterling job. These old ruins here used to be houses. It is a beautiful spot to live, but I bet you got absolutely battered by the wind. We've arrived to our location. It's extremely quiet up here today. Lovely. It is so peaceful here. If you just go quiet, all you can hear is the water running in the background. It's just like nothingness. So nice. Well, we've just finished off shooting, and let me tell you, I don't know if you can see how red my hands are, but I had my gloves off, and it is cold. It has finally got me. I knew it wouldn't take too long, but it's been so nice just being up here and enjoying like the purity of nature. And I know that during the summer this particular section of Snowdonia gets particularly busy because it's a very easy walk up. It's actually like a casual hike, I'd say. If you really wanted to go a little bit more extreme, you could do some like proper climbing, but as you can see behind, you can actually probably hear as well, there's a plane flying around, but you can see that there isn't any visibility, so even if we did go up there, it wouldn't really serve us. So we're going to make the smart decision and just enjoy exploring a little bit more of the area, and then we're going to head back down, get ourselves a warm drink in a cafe somewhere, and then start to think about departing back home, because we have got a 4-hour journey ahead of us. So yeah, it's been lovely, I've enjoyed it. Come on! Well, as you can see, we're back in the car and I managed to get changed in the back of James's van, which was very convenient. But it's been a very pleasant trip, and I certainly have come away with some nice pieces of content that I'll be showing very soon over on Instagram. And we're just about to stop at the Royal Oak Hotel before heading back, just because we want to share some data with one another. And that is a wrap. So I want to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this 48-hour trip to Snowdonia. It's a shame that we didn't get to climb up to one of the peaks, but it just would have been very similar to when we did Castel Waiguin, which was a reduced visibility experience. So it's kind of, you don't really get to see much, so it's kind of pointless, isn't it? We would have been climbing it for the views, not so much for the achievement, because these boys have climbed much more exciting peaks than the one that we're going to take on today. So that will be all, but I hope you have a lovely rest of the week and a good weekend, and I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday at 5 PM. Take care. Peace.